She was the girl who followed the yellow brick road. But behind the magic of Oz was a life filled with heartbreak, relentless pressure, and an ending no one saw coming. Judy Garland was Hollywood's darling, yet her abandoned home, shattered relationships, troubled children, and tragic final days tell a far darker story. Today, we pull back the curtain on the legend, revealing the hidden truths of her extraordinary and painful life. Born Frances Ethel Gumm in 1922, Judy grew up in a small Minnesota town, the youngest of three sisters. Her parents ran a theater, and she was on stage by the age of 2. The audience loved her instantly, but her childhood was far from carefree. Behind closed doors, family tensions and her father's rumored scandals created a world where performance was not just a passion, but a survival tool. MGM Studios signed her at just 13. Her name was changed to Judy Garland for a more glamorous ring, and within a few years she was cast as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. The film catapulted her into global stardom, but also placed her under studio control. MGM dictated her weight, diet, and even her sleeping schedule, often giving her pills to work through exhaustion. Stardom came with a steep price. Judy married 5 times. Her first husband, bandleader David Rose, ended things within 3 years. She later wed director Vincent Minnelli, with whom she had daughter Liza Minnelli. Then came Sid Luft, manager, husband, and sometimes protector, though their marriage was turbulent. The pattern was clear. Judy was drawn to men who promised stability, but often added to her emotional storms. Judy adored her children, Liza Minnelli, Lorna Luft, and Joey Luft. But her chaotic schedule and personal struggles often kept her away. Liza, who would become a star herself, once said her mother was both extraordinary and fragile. The children loved her deeply, yet each carried scars from living in the shadow of her fame and battles. Despite decades of success, Judy was plagued by financial mismanagement, unpaid taxes, and bad contracts. At one point, she lost her Beverly Hills home, a grand property that stood empty for years, a haunting reminder of her fall from Hollywood grace. Friends recalled walking past the gates and feeling the eerie silence of a house that had once hosted glittering parties. Judy's dependence on prescription drugs began as a teenager. Studio executives gave her amphetamines to stay thin and barbiturates to sleep. Over the years, these dependencies worsened, leading to hospitalizations and erratic performances. Her body paid the price for decades of physical and emotional strain. In June 1969, while living in London with her 5th husband, Mickey Deans, Judy was found dead in her bathroom from an accidental barbiturate overdose. She was just 47 years old. The news shocked the world. Millions mourned the loss of the girl who once sang about a land somewhere over the rainbow. Shockingly, at the time of her death, Judy's estate was estimated at just $40,000, a heartbreaking number for a woman who had earned millions. Yet her true wealth lies in her legacy: timeless films, unforgettable songs, and a voice that still moves hearts decades later. Judy Garland's life was a dazzling performance, brilliant, fragile, and tragically brief. Her abandoned home may stand empty, but her spirit, her music, her magic will never be forgotten.